fans are looking for their seats as the teams are down on the field warming up.
Well, I'm watching the sidelines, and I know one guy who wants a win to start the season out right. When the Dallas Cowboys hired their new head coach last season, they hoped he could put their team back on the right track. Well, he did just that, earning them a trip to Wild Card Weekend. This year, he hopes to lead Dallas further into the playoffs.
We'll see how his game plan unfolds once we get started, but first, the toss of the coin. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Vanderjack picks it off to begin the game. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchdown. Cowboys will start this first play of the drive at their own 20-yard line. Up 4 yards. That brings up second down.
Second and 6. This guy's got arms that tower over the heads of defensive backs. And I'll tell you, there's little you can do against that. I see you, Keyshawn.
Like the stream, everybody, please.
Second and 10. Perfect position to make that catch, but it didn't come together somehow.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much. Third down, they get the first on 3rd and long.
Very glad. With 3 defenders on his tail. I'll tell you, I was not expecting that pass at all. I wondered who knew it was coming.
Yeah, Peter, I think you could argue that that throw probably should never have been made. It was very risky, but it did work out.
It's all about staying focused and believing in the play.
Carter fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Gary Brackett managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great deal.
And had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down. Gets past the markers for a first down.
Dan Campbell has a small crowd of defenders working at him, yet still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around it.
They say bad things come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. That would be probably annoying, but not bad.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they removed the chain.
Right execution.
First down. And this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rifles this one hard over the middle, and it falls incomplete.
You gonna cry? Second and 10. Jackson. Ball at 43.
Like the stream, everybody.
Third down. That's his second tackle so far. Number 1 gets ready to punt this away. Number 1 takes the snap and picks what will be a short one. Squirtle fair catches it at the 15. The Colts send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 16-yard line. Tackles it out left side and it's tipped incomplete.
Alshon Singleton got himself in strong position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it. Second and 10. Ball at the 16-yard line.
No good, incomplete.
That's a deflection.
Third down and 5 wide receivers take the field.
16-yard line. Now let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a team that is widely loaded up on DBs.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around it.
They say bad things come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. It was mildly annoying, but definitely not bad.
Play doesn't get off the ground. Very precise run.
He had to defeat his man. Some of the best banging heads there.
Hunter makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Steve Hunter managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read. 33-yard.
Three.
James off his left guard. Gains about 3 yards.
Number 27 with the tackle.
Third down with a split back and kick.
36 yards. Perfectly getting himself to the right place at the right time to make that catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Now, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just too good for him.
He's an incredible receiver. Nothing gets in his way.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last 3 passes to him have all been incompletion.
And he's struggling a bit with this whole thing around.
Manning throws the ball. It's here at the 34, and he's stopped right there. It will be first down.
Roger Harrison does a great job here battling 3 defenders. It's definitely worth a second look. Let's watch.
And he still comes up with a ball. You can't coach that. The 18.
And this is a nice interception. Check his position out to make the grab. Got it.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Cowboys are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 18-yard line.
He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands and has piled up 39 yards and no touchdowns. Second and 7. First down, Cowboys. Terry Glenn has 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
I think the short game is working for them, moving them forward a little at a time.
This nickel and dime easy.
First down and 4 wideouts in the game. Jackson, that person in motion. That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up there.
Nice job eliminating down forward progress on that. Bring up the field and
14. They thought he had solid catch there, yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass.
This play is more proof. Their third is such a crucial down there. And they won't give up. They really hurt.
Lines up for the punt. And punts it away. At the 43.
Walters is one of those very old vets, fifth-year man out of Stanford. He's been playing this game for a long time, and he knows it's not about luck, it's about skill.
The Colts were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their 43-yard line. Harrison saved the missile. He's got the first down and a lot more.
Peyton Manning has little problem with the big miss pass. He makes it look so easy, and he's getting paid so much money, Dan, it makes you wonder.
And there he is with the catch. Well, look, you got an easy job, Peter, and you make a lot of money. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is they're going to work with you. Oh, yeah.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that catch.
This is a great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. James gets the ball to the 30. Second down from the arm.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
They don't allow them to convert, but they do allow them to get very close.
Very short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand. Before the markers. There was some game there, but not enough for the first.
The defensive back was against the wall, and they rose to the challenge.
That's great deep. They had to make a stand here, and they stood together.
It will be fourth down. The unit is on the field. That's a There's the signal, and we're ready. Turns up beauty here. Bickerstaff does this in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Deshaun Johnson has just one guy on him, and he beats him easily. Even with my few extra pounds, I think I could have done a better job covering him.
I doubt that. He would have smoked you like a sick. Beautiful catch, Peter, and his stats are moving up.
Moving way up there. He's now got 31 yards on 3 catches.
Johnson is in motion. And that will bring up second down.
Very strong. Had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
I'll take what you can get there, but they were looking for more.
Second down. 8 yards to go. Incomplete.
Scrambled the slant route back there and kept the receiver from making the catch. Incomplete pass.
That'll give us a third down, and the defense was waiting for that call.
Well played, and a good job of not giving up the short pass.
It's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Deshaun Johnson was really getting crowded out there with 3 defenders, but he still made the catch.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless.
Jefferson picks away on the coverage, incomplete.
Joseph Jefferson managed to disrupt him and got in there and smacked that pass away. Great game.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive lead.
Second down, right end to the left.
Football for the fumble. Way hard-nosed defensive play.
Peter, there are many ways you can start a drive, but turnover is not one of them.
Oh, definitely not. That was a bit tough.
The head coach is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge it.
Hey, we want to challenge.
Dallas is challenging whether the player in possession requires the move.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
They were all seen that the receiver established possession before he lost the ball. Remember, he had to have solid control. It was like a catch and no fumble in these days. They were winning with the original call.
The receiver did have possession. It was therefore ruled upon. Dallas will be charged with handling. First down, Indianapolis.
That will cost them a timeout. The Colts want to capitalize on the fumble and will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. James will lose 4 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
That's the Cobras. A nice stop in the backfield here. Throwing his man into the turf behind the line. I guess the ball carrier's travel plans were canceled. Yep, he's not going anywhere, Dan. Nice tackle.
That's his second tackle so far. Wayne goes in motion. And it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
With the comment, Dexter Copley's had to be a battler to get to where he is today. Came out of tiny Appalachian State as an undersized linebacker. Boy, he's made his mark in the NFL. He might have left the mark after that hit there.
Third down, one run back. James the 26. Runner will be credited with the tackle. It'll be fourth down.
Leroy Glover made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how he makes it.
With that strength, with those guns, you could probably juggle bowling balls or wide receivers for that matter.
Smith gets it out with 37. 35.
The point for you there, but after that gigantic pop, it was like carrying a single page on a War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a difference.
The Cowboys fumbled the ball away last time. Let's see if they can hold on to it as they start this drive after the 35-yard line. Johnson goes in motion. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. It's complete for the first down and a whole lot more.
First and 10. Ball at the 33.
Picks up 4 on the play.
Casey Carter played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
And why not? He's had success there.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play, and will bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd down and 4 wideouts in the game. That is in motion. Short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Ron Hutchins brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some game there, but not enough for the first.
They allow a little there, but they do force a 4th down. The field goal unit is on the field. Thunder, it's a 44-yard attempt. Here's a solid pass left to
Let's watch this again. Yeah, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but both on the front.
The Colts will start this drive at their 34-yard line. Hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball incomplete.
Greg Ellis completely breaks up the pass. You know, he owned that zone so clearly. Yeah, I bet he comes in on his days off to repair the turf.
The defense stood up to that play and shuts down what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down with a split backfield. Manning unloads this one to the left. The Cowboys have it. He stopped right there.
Flipping. Number 99, defense.
Cowboys offense takes the field and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at the 30-yard line.
Look at this. No real yard to speak of anywhere. Tough man. He's only got 5 yards on 8 carries.
Third down from the shotgun. They get the first on 3rd and long.
Antonio Bryant faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
Another big game completion, and it seems like they've been going deep every chance they get.
And why not? They've had huge success with the long ball today.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Colts with a small lead, 3-0. That's his 3rd tackle of the game. Reels in the football and gets past the markers for a first down.
Terry Glenn has the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, they're not like any receiver who's willing to go over the middle and shift their pass for God and make the play.
First down with the tight end right. Anderson goes in motion. He's in for the score.
Quincy Carter gets a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
Peter, that's his first touchdown pass of the game. How do his stats look?
Well, so far he's got 202 yards and 1 touchdown.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Pockets this one deep. Walter decides to pull out at the end of it.
So the decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 30-yard line. As is the lead. And Crowley gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Coker was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had him unlocked up.
That will bring up second down.
Check out.
Newman takes it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
This morning, used to disrupt him. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deep.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive deep.
Third down and 5 wide receivers take the field. Throws a bullet. Hammered down at the 46.
Second and 6. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Third down, it's wide and to the right.
Ball at the 42-yard line.
Down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on down.
Darren Wilson makes his presence known on this one. He's going to haunt the ball carrier's dreams for a while. Big tackle on fourth. That's how you stop a conversion.
They don't convert on fourth down. They really don't go anywhere on that one.
Except the sidelines with their tails between their legs.
They'll turn it over on down. Cowboys offense has been effective with the long passes. Will they keep it up? Well, we're going to play it out as they start off at the 45-yard line. Brad goes in motion. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Quincy Carter doesn't hold anything back with a dynamite toss. Worth another look.
He hits his man cold, way on the other side of the field. Boy, what an arm.
If he's got a receiver anywhere on the football field, he can find him.
Great pass, Peter, and he's having a terrific day so far.
You got so far, he's got a total of 32 yards and 1 touchdown.
First down, brought down at the 22.
Okay, fellas, we know it's all we can practice. Are we going to get it this time? Are we going to go just like we did? We're going to execute, are we going to stay strong, are we going to get to the spot we need to? Okay, fellas? Second and 6.
He's got the first down and a whole lot more. They hope this play behind the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up a second down. Second down. And he picks up one on the play. Not much there, but they'll get another shot on 3rd and short. Either in 3rd down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, 3rd is such a crucial down game. And it really converts.
This one is up and in.
Billy Conduit has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows he's not allowed to miss many of those in this league.
For the first time today, they leave the red zone with only a field goal to show for it.
You know, overall, Dan, the defense has to be happy with how that one played out.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Conduit kicks this one away. Walters fields it all the way back at the 24. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turn the ball over leaps out at you. And you have to think that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Troy Walters received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Colts were stopped on 4th down last time out. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their own 24-yard line. James picks up about 2, and that brings up 2nd down.
Edwin James just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he's struggled to get 14 yards on 11 carries. 2nd and 8. Ball at the Colts, 26-yard line.
Manning throws it here. Catches Wayne well past the Hunters for a first down.
Makes the most of it. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a great catch. That guy has real skill.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they remove the chain.
Great execution.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Manning tips it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. This one will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Brandon Stokely looked like he was all over that one, but it just got away somehow. tough incompletion.
3rd and long, they have a chance, but it's incomplete.
Those are the situations where you want someone to step up and make a play.
But no one did, and it will now be 4th down. Smith gets ready to punt this away. Smith takes the long snap and punts it away. Smith moves the run to the 16. To 21.
Taylor Smith swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. The nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Cowboys bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 21-yard line. Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that. That will bring up the 3rd and long. 3rd down, 1 yard. Eventually tackled at the 32. 1st down.
Quincy Carter is putting on quite the display out there, Dan. He's finding his receivers and getting into a rhythm out there, both with the long and the short ball. He's racked up 262 yards and 1 touchdown.
I see you, Keyshawn.
This is 60.
Look at those graphics. That's on the sideline to sideline.
They convert on 3rd down.
Quincy Carter brings this one perfectly. Great pass, great catch, great play. Let's have another look. Bullseye. What a precise throw. They keep doing plays like this, he could be in big trouble.
He heaved this one deep again, and he seems to be looking downfield every time he gets a chance. He catches this one and is at the 30, 15, gets out of bounds at the 7. It'll be 1st and goal.
Larry Glenn makes a great catch, then gets a lot more with a nifty move here.
He's got a lot of moves.
Yeah, he's got a lot more moves than a book of pickup lines, Dan.
What are you the feeling you probably have a book of, or did?
Well, I'm married now, but
Yeah.
I had a favorite.
What was that?
He goes, "Are you an astronomer?" Because I can see heaven in your eyes.
Unbelievable. My sympathies. I'm glad he finally won.
String of missed catches. This quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in there, Dan, because he's kept throwing his way.
Carter just rifled this one, and it's incomplete.
Richie Anderson was frustrated on that. He got open, but failed to make the catch across the middle for the incompletion.
That falls incomplete, but it would have been a minimal gain had they completed it anyway. to the ground. So falls the hopes of a potential touchdown on that play.
Beautiful segment. It was close to the person, but it didn't work out.
Third down. Was a pull. Fourth down, goal to go. With a 22-yard stand, puts it straight through the uprights and good.
Billy Condit has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you're not allowed to miss many of those in this league.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
But that's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Condit kicks it off. Rhodes fields the kickoff at the 1.
And it goes. A very respectable return off that nice kickoff, man.
The Colts offense has to score here. This drive will start at their own 23-yard line. Puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Second and 10. Ball at the Colts, 23-yard line.
Throws a bullet to the flat, and it's off. Incomplete.
Reggie White is open on that last one for short yardage, but came up with nothing. Incomplete pass.
That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
No, normally he's pretty slim-handed.
Third down, empty backfield. No dice, and it falls incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Steve Hunter shadowed the slant route back there and kept the receiver from making the catch. Incomplete pass.
Defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short. You have to run those routes harder in that situation.
Smith lines up to punt after the 3-and-out. Smith gets the ball and punts it away. Smith throws it at the 37. The 42.
Smith got slammed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Cowboys come out on offense and are well ahead. They got yet another shot to score and start this drive at the 32-yard line. Second down with a split backfield.
As you can see, he's been getting the deep ball off with ease. So far, he's got 219 yards and 1 touchdown.
get the first on 3rd and long.
Terry Glenn makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made into triple coverage. Hey, it worked. Yes, it did. That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really found his niche in there.
Yeah, unless he starts getting shut down, there's no reason for him to move out. Great receiving yards.
Carter throws a pretty to the right side. It's tipped. Incomplete.
No chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every pass they get.
Right, Dan, in a wide super defender pass when you can obliterate.
2nd down and 2 tight ends in the game.
Synchronization from the quarterback and the receiver way open.
Well, not much of a game there, and they will face 3rd down.
3rd and long, big play coming up.
Connects at the 19, finally dropped at the 17. It will be 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball at the 17. First and 10. Ball at the 17.
Right side, and he picks up 9.
Quincy Carter running the ball back there to his man, right past all that traffic. Good job.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
And why not? He's that successful.
2nd down, 2 wideouts on the field. Takes it and runs into traffic. Susie Palmer has the report.
Thanks, Dan. I just talked to the trainers, and they said that he tore his bicep. They're icing the injury in an effort to ease the pain, but it doesn't seem to be that effective. The official word on his return, Dan,
Anderson goes in motion. Short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. 4th down, 1 yard to go.
Jack Hutchinson, quarterback.
With a 25-yarder and has it settled just left to the end.
Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts in horseshoes.
That is another miss. He's teed it up 4 times today, and the results have to be pretty disappointing. The Colts can climb back into it with a score before half here. They will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Picks up maybe a yard.
Reggie Wayne had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
And Peter, he reminds me a little of a lion laying in the weeds out there waiting to pounce.
Unique cat-like reflex to bring that guy down. What a matchup.
2nd down and 4 wideouts in the game. Catches this one high over the middle, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Through defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
Another completion, and he's definitely shaping up to be a major factor in this game.
It's only the second quarter still, but if he can keep it up, he could have a typically impressive day.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Cowboys enjoying the lead, 13-3. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Cowboys are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. That win is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. After driving 31 yards on 4 plays, Mike Vanderjagt would be called upon for the field goal try, and he'd come through. Connect on the field goal. The boys, towards the end of the first quarter, Cowboys down by 3. Idris Bashir would snuff out a drive on this one. It's a fumble! Here he is for the recovery. The boys have it again. Quincy Carter connected with his man on this one. Cowboys losing 3-0. Roy Williams is going to come up with the big play here. What? The ball's loose. Scramble. He's there to grab it. The boys in control after a fumble recovery, already inside field goal range. Quincy Carter would find his target on this one. The 20-yard touchdown for the Cowboys. The Colts later on in the second quarter. Colts behind by 4. Marcus Pollard comes up with a big play here on third down. He's able to work himself free. The boys still early in the second quarter. Antonio Bryant is going to find an opening in the secondary, and he'll exploit it here. That set up an automatic 21-yard field goal. Cowboys up 10-3. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The boys still midway through the second. The Cowboys with the ball at the 48. Terry Glenn came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. That set up an easy 22-yard field goal. The boys late into the second quarter. Cowboys winning by 10. Quincy Carter connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Colts are down at the half, 13-3. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Quincy Carter has taken over this game. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Colts get the ball for this half, and they could use the score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 15-3. Let's get down to the field and the action.
Thank you, Dan. Head coach talked with me over the break, and he credited the defense for giving the whole team a boost. He said, "We blitzed very effectively while maintaining good coverage. That pressure has really kept them off balance and worked to our advantage. We'll see if they can keep them disoriented in this match. Back to you."
Susie, thank you. The Colts offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 24-yard line. Singleton tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Peyton Manning has found limited success in the passing game so far, Dan. He just can't seem to get into a rhythm out there. I'd say he's not very pleased with his performance. So far, he's got 142 yards and 1 interception.
Manning uncorks this to the left side.
Incredible catch.
That's the second long ball he's reeled in today.
One long ball is plenty, but two is something to be stoked about. Well, those are some impressive numbers. Look at those receiving yards.
James will get the carry on first down and heads upfield at the 46.
Jones has been searching for a rhythm out there, Dan, and he's coming up short. I feel like his timing is way off. He's working hard, but only has 21 yards on 13 carries. Second and 5. Ball for 36 yards.
Right at center and picks up a couple.
Third and 3. It's worth a second look. That's what you call counting. Going into double coverage like that, what accuracy to boot.
Again, a nice medium pass. He's been concentrating on those connections a lot today.
Yeah, it's a nice range. Gets you some good yards, but it's also far out that you know in total control of the situation.
Manning just as a ball sideline and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 36.
It's all about getting in position and make the grab. And watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
That's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Cowboys had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 36-yard line. It's a play on this end, forces the incompletion.
My God. And then he got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there. Second and 10.
Third down, 5 yards to go. There's a motion.
Open as you can get on that play, but couldn't make the grab. What a shame.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was no good.
There's such a people down there. And they won't convert. They will.
Lines up for the punt. Takes the snap and puts it away. At the 28.
Troy Walters did a nice job getting some yards after dealing a solid punt.
The Colts were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 28-yard line. And is well past the markers for the first down.
Marvin Harris Garrison made a superb catch, even though he had 3 guys closing in on him. What a play.
Peter yet another grab here in the third, and he's been working hard the whole game.
It's all about consistency, and he's been that today. What a play.
First down, empty backfield. Manning throws a heater, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Roy Williams came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it? Now with the pitch, 47 yards. That's not enough for him. He gets it and takes off for more.
Nice catch, Peter, and his stats reflect that.
Definitely, Dan. He's now got 143 yards on 8 catches. Oh, wow. Look at the yardage racked up through the air.
And he's stopped right there.
Marvin Harrison, a fantastic catch in double coverage. Keep giving him the ball, guys.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
His quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. James carries it off the toss. A decent play, and they'll now face third and short.
That's the key, Dan. Make third down easy, and they did just that.
Now they just need to convert and see what they do.
Some really good blocking there on that last one. When you get the initial surge like that, good things happen, especially in the ground game.
Gain on third, and they will easily use the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the first.
Second and 6.
Dallas Clark had that ball in his hands on that play, and he just dropped it.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down. Takes a play on this one and forces the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Bruce Thornton came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the D coordinator.
It'll be fourth down. Fourth down when the field goal unit is on the field. Vanderjagt on 26 yards out.
He was so close, he could have made that if he was wearing wooden socks.
we'll never know for sure. There's the signal, and we're back. And with the spoons of beauty here. Bickerstaff downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
No room to run anywhere. He struggled just to get 19 yards on 22 carries.
No, oh, no, 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 no fucking way. That's a shiny Squirtle. No fucking way, man.
I don't know what happened to protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let the quarterback get to the pass.
Good defense. It's forced 2 losses in a row. They're down from the shotgun.
God damn, that was so quick.
Great presence of mind. Fly for the football player.
It's a play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love a team like that.
The Colts offense takes the field, and they are already in field goal position. They line up at the 31-yard line. Gets the hand. Gets past the line. Back down at the 29.
Edgerrin James played smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were unable to open up any holes for it.
And this is nothing but read and react, Peter, which is what all defenders are taught.
Great concentration and now one shifty runner, stepping up and doing his job. They get some good yards at this one, Dan, and they do it a number of good ways. Good line blocking, good downfield blocking, and a nifty one to boot. Nice play.
Damn, that was fast.
Well-designed play there, Peter, and they removed the chain.
Great execution.
First down with the tight end right. Wayne grabs the dart right sideline and that's a touchdown.
Right past the coverage. And into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
He gets the touchdown, Peter, and that was a very nice play.
Damn, these things are dropping like fucking flies here.
The point after the ref gets the signal, and we're set. Vanderbilt buckets this one deep. Smith decides to take it out of the end zone. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. When you look at this, Dan, the first thing that pops into my mind is that they need to get into the end zone. Too many threes, not enough sevens. Squirtle Smith got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him.
The Cowboys have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 19-yard line. Anderson using motion. Throws a bullet to the flat and completes it to Tony. Down hard at the 33. That will bring up first down.
Julius Jones plans to make the catch, but he's also got legs. Watch. There's
Unreal, man. God damn, these things are dropping like flies.
Great deep.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive D like that, Dan.
Number one hands up to the punt. Gets the snap and aims this one out of bounds. This will fly out of bounds at the 14.
Number one did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Colts have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at the own 1-yard line. We've been saying his name a lot today, and with good reason. He has not slacked off at all.
And he's finishing really strong, too.
Losing about 3.
Marcellus Wiley not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but bumped and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
That's his second tackle so far. Third down, just a single receiver on the field. Really incredible accuracy. Okay, that's got to sting if you're on the defense.
Right on, Dano. You know, they could have brought 8 guys on that play. Wouldn't have made a difference.
He adds another completion to his strong numbers today, Peter.
Yeah, he sets the bar pretty high for himself, but I imagine he's happy with his consistent performance today. And look there, he's
First down, and Coleman gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Copley targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He is dominating, Dan. So far, he's got 7 tackles. Hunter got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
He records yet another batted ball, and I'll tell you, he's really playing well out there.
He's been after the ball from the beginning of the game. Real aggressive play.
Third downs in the shotgun. Wayne is in motion. Puts his arm into this one, and it's intercepted. The 44.
Roy Williams does a fantastic job breaking down the play and knowing where to be to intercept the pass. Having help in this one really paid off for him.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
Cowboys have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at the 44-yard line. It's a play and miss on fourth
Very
down.
good. Managed to disrupt him. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
See you, Keyshawn, is intended.
And he's stopped there. That will bring up first down.
Terry Glenn had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. Got hard to like his performance so far.
Well, Dan, I like any receiver who's willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
First down, and 1. Convert on 3rd down.
Quincy Carter made a nice throw there, got it right past the defender.
He heaved this one deep again, and he seems to be looking downfield every time he gets a chance.
Hey, why not? He's been amazing with the deep one.
First down and 4 wideouts in the game. Passes it on the left side, and the reception's down at the 10.
Johnson takes a single coverage there. He was able to get by it for the reception. That's how you draw it up.
Another short catch, and that's what they've been utilizing him today.
The short routes have been open and defense strong. Snag that one across the middle, but doesn't happen.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be 3rd down.
Positioning back there to get the interception. After the defensive flag.
That's their 3rd interception of the game, and Peter, the team is honing in on the passing game.
Tough play. I love it.
Colts have had real problems turning the ball over. They'll need to buck the trend on this drive, which starts at their own 20-yard line. And he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Reggie White fights for every inch of turf he can get. Watch here as he makes the catch.
Right there, and then he runs for a few more.
Classic overachiever. Not unlike myself.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way. As you can see, he's up over the century mark. He's trying to play.
Sends it to the left side. For a gain of 10 on the play.
Marvin Harrison doesn't have a little thing like double coverage stopping from snagging the football.
Either what a nice pickup to get them into a 2nd and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
First down with a split back. everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. James takes this one way out left and maybe picks up one on the play.
Edgerrin James had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. Gave him nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more.
It's intercepted. All right in front of him. The 46.
Roy Williams not only put his offense on the field with that interception, he made their jobs a lot easier too with that big run back.
Peter, that's his second interception, and what a game he's having so far.
Unbelievable. He's all pumped up down there.
The Cowboys had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 36. Then there's a motion. That's his 11th tackle of the game. That's a gain of 7 on the play.
Antonio Brown was on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down.
Look, Dan, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
They didn't need much. They got even less.
Not a good push on that.
It'll be fourth down. Number 1 lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Gets the ball and punts it away. Welcome. There catches it at the 18. The Colts offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start at their own 19-yard line. James carries it for the 57th time and picks up a couple.
Dexter Coakley with the pick.
Second down with the tight end right. This one left the center and picks up a couple. Throws a bullet to the flat, and he connects at the 20, hits him down in the backfield, and that takes them even farther away from the marker. Fourth down coming up. Smith gets ready to punt this away. Smith gets the ball and pummels this one deep. Smith fields the deep at the 31.
The throw for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Cowboys stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Let's start at the 31.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game. Second down, 6 yards to go. Goes in motion. Third down, the clock is stopped at 1:57. Second. Number 1, Lions extra toss after the 3-and-out. Takes the snap and punts it away. Walter recovers it at the 15. At the 23. Roy Walters racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit. The Colts start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:43. That's their final one. Second down from the shotgun. 15. Mitchell came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Good.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get. That's right, Dan. Won't simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it. Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:35. Unloads this one to the left, and it's intercepted. Down at the 28. Hunter knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly to give his receivers a few tips about mid-air receptions. Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part. And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions. And this game is over. There's no way for the D to stop the clock, and the offense is just going to sit on the block and lose one. Loss of yards here, but they aren't too concerned about that. They just want to keep that clock moving. Well, that loss will bring up third down, but they can't be too worried about it. They're still eating up the clock. Dan, I want to point out something on that last play. Did you notice the job he did in letting the play clock wind all the way down before snapping the ball? That's good clock management.
And that is going to do it for this one. Cowboys come out on top, 19-13. For my visitor, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN video game post-game wrap-up. The Cowboys stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Algernon Singleton shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Joseph Jefferson was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Colts, after getting an interception, Colts back by 7. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. They knotted up 13 all. The Colts again have it. Algernon Singleton would come up with the big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Game tied 13 all. Quincy Carter would find his target on this one. That set up an extra point-like 19-yard field goal. Ball at their own 39. Julius Jones would make the first guy miss. Then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. That set up a 28-yard field goal. The boys, after getting an interception, Cowboys out in front by 6. Mike Goss would come up with a big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Colts on defense, Darren Woodson was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Colts behind, 19-13. Roy Williams is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The boys have it off an interception, already inside field goal range. Joseph Jefferson would come up with a big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Colts, after a red zone stop, Colts trailing by 6. Roy Williams is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Colts on D, Keith Hunter was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. And that's where we'll leave this one. Cowboys squeaked out a win, 19-13. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Terry Glenn was kind enough to give us a moment of his time, and he's on the field with Susie Calder. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You transcended the competition today, and you nosed them out in this nail-biter game. What made the difference for you guys to come out triumphant today?
Frankly, I thought we really performed well on offense. We ran our plays cleanly, and everybody did their part. We managed to rack up yards and points as a result. All in all, it was a pretty good game for us.
Chris, back to you.
That winds up our broadcast of the NFL preseason on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years. Counting. I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for joining us. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Here we go on ESPN. He's been a Mike Holmgren favorite for years, and last year, Matt Hasselbeck put together his best season yet, finishing third in the NFC in passer rate. Did he take the next step in 2004? Houston, Seattle, Mac.
These fans have been tailgating for hours, and now they are just moments away from what they've been waiting for. Welcome to Seattle Stadium. Peter O'Keefe is at my side as usual. Peter, this contest should not disappoint fans of the running game.
We got that right, Dan. We've got two premier backs today, each vying for the spotlight. Dominic Davis, he's your prototypical power back. Big, heavy, and rather run right over you than go around you. John Alexander is more of a versatile all-purpose running back. Whether you run, you dive, or sweep, it'll rack the yards up for you. I'll tell you what, Dan, both these guys have potential to light it up today.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins. But first, the toss of the ball.
The Tags. Chris Squirtle kicking off for the
The
Texans.
ref gets the signal, and we're set. Boots the opening kickoff. Ball downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Ingram goes in motion. Takes his first carry of the game and picks up a couple.
Sean Alexander didn't get very far on that last play, and he even had the help of some blocking. Well, I guess the defense had their number.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
2nd and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line.
The receivers line up as the defense settles into a neutral package. Jackson, the fantastic catch in double coverage. Keep getting the ball, guys.
A decent play, and they'll now face 3rd and short.
That's the key. Make 3rd down easier, and they did just that.
Now they just need to convert. We'll see what they do. 3rd down from the line. At the 37.
Great job diving in there to rescue the pass before it hits the turf. Who just gets to it? Yeah, I'm amazed he came away with that one, actually.
Well, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Texans are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 37-yard line. Is made at the 11, finally dropped at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal.
David Carr doesn't leave much room for error on this one. It's either a great passing completion or an interception. Let's take a look. Well, that's a great catch and a great completion. You don't see many quarterbacks throw into double coverage like that and succeed.
The first pass out of the gates is a bomb, and he hooks up with his man. That's way to start the hold on.
Working through that day. He powered into that field and made the catch.
They helped this play behind the line of scrimmage, and that will bring us to 2nd down. 2nd down, and on 2nd down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense, and they bring up 3rd down.
Nice pressure that time. Johnson got out Marshall on the sidelines on that one, but didn't make the catch. That's incomplete.
That will bring up 4th down, and what a disappointment. That would have given them the first.
You gotta make those plays when they're coming your way.
Fourth down, ready to go. With a 23-yard run, they take the lead.
Chris Brown looked at an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
Chris Brown kicking off the kick.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Brown pockets this one deep. Barnes decides to take it out of the end zone.
Well, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that one.
The Seahawks stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 19-yard line. Ingram goes in motion. Hasselbeck fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
On the free, make it happen in the defensive backfield. Fifth-year man out of Kentucky. This guy covers the ball like frosting on a cake, Dan. He takes the right angles, anticipates where the ball is going, and clamps down that secondary.
Second and 10. Ball at the Seahawks, 19-yard line.
Incredible catch.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they removed the chain.
Great execution. Look at those stats. That's the definition of a standout year.
So that throws off the right, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
Aaron Glenn foreshadowing very closely. Close enough that the pass was incomplete.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Ball at the Seahawks, 33-yard line.
Sacks in the Ravens, 24-yard line.
Third and 19. Ball at the Seahawks, 34-yard line.
Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Aaron Glenn knocked that pass down. And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
The defense prevents them from closing the gap and forces the incompletion. Nothing doing on that play, Peter.
Well, they were just trying to get some yards out of it, not necessarily the first.
And now they face a fourth down. Lewin lines up for the punt. Lewin gets the snap and punts it away. Bosa catches it at the 38. Stop at the 45.
J.J. Moses got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Texans get their offense on the field and will start this drive at the 45-yard line. Loves this one way over. It's not coming at the line, incomplete.
Anticipated where the pass was headed and knocked it down. Razor sharp reflexes there. Second and 10.
Separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
And Hamlin completely breaks up the pass. You know, he owned that zone so clearly. Yeah, I bet he comes in on his days off to repair the turf.
That'll give us a third down, and the defense was ready for that Receptions made at the 39, and he stopped right there. It will be first down.
Jabbar Gaffney gets double coverage on this play, but still comes out with the ball. Nice throw and nice catch. Let's take a look. They had him covered well, but he was still able to make the catch. He has a great receiver.
And I'll tell you what, he made that precision route look easy.
Too easy almost. I'll tell you what, Dan, if you couldn't even hang with him now.
Davis pitches it in the top, and that will be a gain of 3 yards.
David Carr threw a nice pass past the coverage and got the completion. Tough throw, but inaccurate throw.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 6. David Carr, he's a good quarterback. Third-year man out of Fresno State, and an arm that can make the plays when he needs to. He's a flashy guy running the show here. Come up big. Keep an eye on him.
First down with the tight end right. Gains about 3 yards.
Second and 7.
Opposing motion. Gains 5 on the play, and that brings up third down. They convert on third down.
David Carr demonstrated his arm strength back there with a solid cross-field pass.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation there. No trouble in getting the first.
First down. And this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Second and 7.
Gets the call again, and chews up about 4 on the play. It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the defensive coordinator.
It'll be fourth down. With a 23-yarder, and it's good.
Chris Brown has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
But that's the second time today they get close only to have to bring in the kicker.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Brown proves of beauty here. Browns this in the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 20-yard line. That's an 8 of 7 on the play.
Running the ball back there to his man. Recognized all that traffic. Good job.
Either one a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Way back at the 22.
There's Brown. The sack deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Off the end. That's going to push him back, way back. Great defensive play.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Intercepted. One man to beat. Tackled at the 19.
Does a lot of not only Shanghai's the football for the interception, but watch. Gets a few more after the catch. Great play all around. To react, make the catch, and then get some yardage to boot. You can't coach that.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
The Texans will start this drive all the way down at the 19-yard line. Throws a bullet, and it's complete for a gain of 3 yards.
Andre Johnson with his lone defender to score on that last play, making the catch with relative ease.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Yeah, let's see if he stays on track.
Second down, 7 yards to go. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Himself on the outside back there, but the ball couldn't position itself in his hands. No catch.
That's the 3rd incompletion his way, Peter.
Yeah, he's starting to look a little frustrated back there, too.
Forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was perfect for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. 4th down, and then the field goal unit is on the field. Brown hits it from 33 yards and misses this one out to the right.
This is the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of that line, but those only counts in both sheets.
The Seahawks haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 24-yard line. Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
Sean Alexander stuck close to his blockers, but the play folded quicker than an over-caffeinated origami artist.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get, Dan, but they were hoping for more.
Catches it outside, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Hasselback played this passing beautifully, rendering the defense irrelevant. When you can make accurate throws like that, the whole field starts to open up for you.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down.
Push it up! Go 26! Push it up! Go 26!
And that brings up second down. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
50 yards.
Jackson goes in motion. Robinson didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Hasselback is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up and out, he's got 46 yards and 2 interceptions. Third and 5. 50 yards.
Hasselback just rifles this one, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Spencer Robinson swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting it.
Ruben gets ready to put this away.
Number 84 makes the return.
Ruben takes the long snap and pummels this one deep. The Texans stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. It's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Sims got the brakes on that play without any help. Man, he had that zone locked down.
The defense stood up to that play and shuts down what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be second down. The incompletion.
Michael Bowler managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great deal.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Is made well past the markers for a first down.
Corey Bradford beat by 2 defenders on this play, but still comes up with the ball. Oh, that's pure skill. You can't coach that.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith anymore, Dan, because he's kept throwing his way.
First down, 1 Davis catches it easy and picks up 4 on the play.
Dominic Davis went wide open and made the easy grab. Great job to take advantage of the D's confusion.
Another little dump off, and this short passing game has been firing on all cylinders. They seem to produce yards and more.
They sure do, Dan. This is a great defensive game He can stop a play in more ways than one. Great presence of the football there.
Boy, that was a hit play to come away with his first interception of the game.
You gotta love to be like that.
The Seahawks offense takes the field, and they're already halfway there. They'll start at their 50-yard line. Alexander picks up about 2, and that brings up second down.
Second and 4. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Glenn makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Gary Glenn managed to disrupt things. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great D.
That led up a manageable 3rd and short.
But instead, they forced the incompletion. That's how the D is supposed to play. Check out those interceptions over his career. What a ball though.
Jackson goes in motion. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Marlon McCree got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive game.
Lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Takes the long snap and punt. The Texans were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the own 20-yard line.
The quarterback had nowhere to go on this one. That's right. Yep, the D shut the offense down on that play. They could do anything.
Either they put an end to that play well in the backfield, or they had a real good read on that.
Well, it all starts with the downs up front.
Second down coming up. Great stop.
Grant Lindstrom's achieved a somewhat rare daily double, winning a national championship in college at Nebraska, and also a Super Bowl win with the Rams. Not too shabby. They're down to 4 items in the game.
He stopped him cold. 4th coming up.
Exactly what this defense needs to do.
Stanley stands up for the punt. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the numbers aren't impressive here, but they can take part that a single score will change the whole game. They need to put a drive together and make something happen. Bobby Ingram backed up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the front a little bit.
The Seahawks offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see what happens here as they start at their 47-yard line.
44! Black 44!
Use up 4 yards. That will bring up second down. Second down, 2 receivers to the left. Green gets away on the coverage, incomplete.
The Hasselback has had difficulties to say the least. And now he's second-guessing everything he's throwing. Terrible day. So far, he struggled to get 46 yards and 2 interceptions. Crazy good on this play game. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else. But it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on third down.
That was a good call. And then there was last year numbers. That's great production. Hasselback gets big time on this play, and it works. Makes it a little more exciting to watch, too. Oh, if he wasn't accurate on this throw, it would have been an interception. It's a real fine line.
First down, both wideouts to the right. Hasselback fires this one out. Interception is made at the 8. Coming down at the 2. It'll be first and goal.
Bill Jackson plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Now, Peter, they had him double covered and still couldn't get to the ball in time.
He was just too good for it. And he's incredible receiver. Nothing gets in his way.
Beautiful catch, Peter, and his stats are moving up.
Moving way up, Dan. He's now got 53 yards on 4 catches.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Texans are out in front, 6-0.
You're moving through it! Throwing left! Throwing left!
Well, we got an excellent running tandem in the backfield, Dan. Watch out for them here.
Not a huge quantity of yardage, but definitely some quality yardage. Peter,
Absolutely great play.
Peter, that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
That's always nice to have. So far, he's got 17 yards and 1 touchdown.
Now the point after. There's the signal, and we're ready. Moses decides to take it out of the end zone. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a ton of action, but they're not out of it yet. The D is playing strong and a little offensive rhythm to turn this game around. J.J. Moses took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Texans offense comes out and finds themselves losing for the first time in the game. This drive will start at the 31-yard line. Davis gains 5 on the play, and that brings up second down.
90. Okay, normally it's all we can try. And we're going to get it this time. And we're going to go just like we did. We're going to execute, we're going to face drive, and we're going to get to the spot we need to. Okay, fellas?
Second and 5. All protection. 26 yards.
They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up throws a bullet to the plate. It's the back. The 27. It's a second tackle, so lines up to punt over 29. Stanley takes the snap and punts it away. Ingram takes it out for 43.
Bobby Ingram did a nice job getting some yards after feeding the solid punt.
The Seahawks offense takes the field, and they will start out at their 43-yard line. Hasselbeck throws it to the right side. It's complete at the 45. Eventually tackled at the 38. That will bring up first down. First down, tight end to the left.
Second and 6. All that is going
Loses 2, and that will bring up third down.
Jason Bateman targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
And with that strength, with those guns, you can probably give each other bowling balls or wide receivers.
Brown takes it away on the coverage, incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Eric Brown managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
We don't simply defend the pass, we obliterate it.
Lewin gets ready to punt this away. Lewin gets the snap and punts it away. The Texans let this one bounce, but it will pin them deep at the 4.
Tom Irwin finds the old coffin corner, as they like to say. Heck, I like to say it too. Out of bounds, and that's perfect. Buried them inside the 5-yard line.
The Texans find themselves in dangerous territory and will start this one way back at the own 4-yard line.
got 17 yards on 8 carries.
Davis will get the carry on second down and heads wide right. Finally stopped at the 24. It will be first down.
Look at this run, Dan. Everything worked out to perfection. Look at the fluidity of the running style. There's no wasted motion there. What a play.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution. Look at those hands. That's the definition of a standout year.
Right side, and that's good for 6.
David Carr made a nice throw there. Got it right past the defender.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
Well, why not? He's had success there.
Up 4 yards. That brings up third down.
Anthony Simmons made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
They don't allow them to convert, but they did allow them to get very close.
Let's see if they can come up with another big stop.
The call on third down and picks up the first down.
Dominic Davis stayed with his blockers on that last one, and it paid off big time. You know, Dan, it's always good to have a wingman or two.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
That's a call for the situation, Dan. No player.
First down, empty backfield. It's intercepted. Here's the point after. Moore pins it all the way back at the line. 22.
Jamal Lloyd received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Texans had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 32-yard line. And that's good for 6.
David Carr threw the pass into double coverage, but gets his man perfectly. Hey, that was one accurate throw.
Another short, controlled pass for the completion. Their short game has been pretty good.
They haven't been nickel and diming them, but they've been nickel them.
Johnson is in motion. Unloads this to the right sideline, and it's not reeled in. Incomplete.
David Carr has found limited success in the passing game so far, Dan, and just can't seem to get any rhythm. I'd say he's not very pleased with his performance. So far, he's got 107 yards and 2 interceptions. for the markers. Well, there's some game man coming up for the first.
The defense didn't budge on that play, and they forced the fourth down. Stanley hands up the punt after the 3-and-out. Stanley takes the long snap and punts it away. England heels the punt at the 27. The 39.
Bobby Ingram tracked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Seahawks offense will start this drive at their 39-yard line. Long gets the sack way back at the 33.
The Texans, one guy short on the line, but it turns out they don't need it. 3 is plenty to get the job done. Check it out. Ouch. Oh, they got through anyway. That is determination.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second inning,
The winner last year starts. That's a lot of quarterback losers there.
Hasselbeck rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Alex Bannister staked out some turf in the middle back there, but was not able to reel in the catch. Incompletion.
That would have been a big play and a big first down, Peter. They just don't sync up.
Good call. Maybe next time it'll work.
Third down, 16 yards to go.
33 yards line.
Long tips away on the coverage, incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Riley Long couldn't have read that play any better if it was catching on the inside of his helmet.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read.
England gets ready to punt this away.
Make the return.
Takes the snap and punts it away. Close. Gets it to the 25. The 28.
Big game over. Didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Texans stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Let's start at their own 38-yard line. Incomplete.
But it just got away somehow. Tough incompletion.
Another ball comes his way, and another incompletion. Not playing so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing.
Absolutely. But you got to fight through the sweat and grab him to go waiting there. Second down with the time.
Brings up 9 yards, and that brings up third down.
Dominic Davis can thank his blockers for that last play. If it wasn't for them, that play would have tanked.
A great job to move the ball and get themselves into a third and short situation. This is a critical play for this drive.
That's how to get
He'll take this one off the toss and converts the third down.
Okay, first down Texans. Dominic Davis sticks close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
Peter, they did what they needed to do, and they sneak it past the first down line.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do, and he done did.
How eloquently put. This on the road. It's a touchdown.
Two guys on him, but still managed to make the catch.
I think the short game is working for them, moving them forward a little at a time.
It's nickel and dime in the view.
Second down, one man back.
Now the Texans, 37 yards. Dominic Davis, blockers on the shot on that Gavin nowhere to go. Really, with that play, it will be a third down.
And the reception is made past the markers for a first down.
First down, the car. Running the ball back there to his man. Right past all that traffic. Good job.
Nice play, and they will convert on third.
Great execution, Dan. They did everything right.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat line.
He is dominating with that short game. He's got the second tackle. Second down. Coming back to the
Davis down and moves forward for 7. They convert on third down.
Corey Bradford had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless.
That's his second tackle so far. And is well past the markers for a first down. It's caught for the score.
David Carr makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
Peter, that's his first touchdown pass of the game. How do his stats look?
Well, so far he's got 156 yards and 1 touchdown.
They're going for 2 and the tie.
No dice on the 2-point.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep. Barnes decides to take it out of the end zone. At the 24.
Nice Morris went up close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Seahawks have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 24-yard line.
Black 43!
Newell gets it. Six past the markers for the first down. up a couple. Second down, both tight ends left.
37 yards.
They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Look at the deflection.
Let's finish this series off.
37 yards.
Hasselbeck I just don't know why the throw was made in the triple coverage. It worked. Yes, it did. Another completion, and he's definitely shaping up to be a major factor in this game.
It's only the second quarter still, but if you can keep it up, you can have a typically impressive game.
Intercepted. Bring down at the 35.
Gary Glenn knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly to give his receivers a fix about mid-air receptions.
That's their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
And a tough play, I love it.
The Texans could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their 35-yard line. Brings it to the outside, and it's complete for a gain of 3 yards.
Corey Bradford had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
I'm sure he's glad to finally make a completion, considering he's already dropped 2 today. Second down, 2 receivers to the left. He's been working hard so far. That's his 8th tackle.
Each one of those
8 over the middle, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Jabbar Gaffney had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
3rd and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays in the neutral, and you can't coach them.
First down to the front. And it falls incomplete.
Michael Bowler seemed to just anticipate the hook pattern back there and was able to prevent the completion. Nice job.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up 2nd down. And it's got for a gain of 10 on the play. 3rd down and west of the yard.
Check out this week where you'll find a few examples of how these guys earn their paychecks week in and week out, baby. Hey, there's no better way of earning a paycheck than knocking a few heads down there on the field.
The Seahawks offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at their 41-yard line. Glenn makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Terry Glenn came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you've been obliterated? Well, the Seahawks, 21-yard line.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Especially from the tight end. And then both players are to see the quarterback
The Seahawks take a timeout. That's their final one.
Alexander, I'm on you!
Incomplete.
Jason Bateman came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down from the shotgun. Makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion. That will bring up fourth and goal.
Jason Bateman came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
Fourth down, goal to go. With a 21-yard
Let's see it again.
The field goal will extend their lead some here in the first half.
Still early, but the momentum is definitely behind them now.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Brown booms up duty here. Moses decides to take it out of the end zone. To 23.
J.J. Moses went out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Texans offense takes the field with the clock at 10. Johnson goes in motion. At the 43, first down.
Bobby Taylor eventually gets there, but I don't know why he even bothered. Big gain, and they'll move the chains. Well, he eventually stops him, but way past the marker. That one's going to hurt.
That's his third tackle of the game. First down and 5 wide receivers take the field. Simmons cuts away on the coverage, incomplete. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Seahawks are out in front, 17-12. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
All right, Steve. Interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The Texans should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Eric Brown shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Texans later on in the first. The Texans have the ball at the 38. David Carr is back to throw. This is nothing more than a little pitch and catch with his wide receiver. That set up an easy 24-yard field goal. Texans still early in the first. Texans leading by 3. David Carr connected with his man on this one. The Hawks on D. Dunter Robinson would come up with the big play to kill a drive, but he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Seahawks trailing 6-0. Michael Boulware was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Seahawks later in the second, already inside field goal range. Sean Alexander got the carry here, and he comes through. A 2-yard touchdown for the Seahawks. Seahawks still early in the second quarter. Seahawks up by 1. Dan Hasselbeck would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Texans still in the second. Anthony Simmons would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Seahawks. Texans down 14-6. David Carr would drop back and put one right on the money. The 6-yard touchdown for the Texans. The Texans climb back into the game, now down by 2. Seahawks still late in the second quarter. The Seahawks with possession at the 48. Aaron Glenn shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Seahawks late into the second quarter. Seahawks ahead by 2. Itula Mealy found a soft spot in the defense and it worked to his advantage. Texans late in the second quarter. Benedict Davis is going to show a little athleticism here as he finds an opening and then look at him go. He's off to the races. And that's where we'll leave this one. Seahawks are holding on to a lead 17-12. Time now for our halftime hero award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. This time there can be no question. Anthony Simmons has been unstoppable. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Texans will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 17-12. Now, let's get to the game. Brown kicks it off to begin the second half. Motion. Here's the second half kickoff into the first half. To 27. Let's go down to Susie Culver, who has an update for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach Mike Holmgren told me over halftime that he's been somewhat frustrated by their erratic play defensively in the first half. He said, on some plays we've been terrific, but other plays we really looked sloppy. We need to get our wits about us and play with greater consistency in the second half. We'll see how they go.
Choose up about 4 on the play.
Look at the numbers generated on the ground. That is impressive. Disrupted. Got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
Stanley lines up the punt after the 3-and-out. Stanley gets the snap and punts it away. England heels the punt back to the 28. At the 41.
Bobby Ingram's back up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Seahawks will start this first play of the drive at their 41-yard line.
Randy Stevens, a superb catch, even though he had 3 guys closing in on him. What a play.
Either one a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
A great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next. Well, look at these stats. That's a ton.
Hasselbeck throws a lob right sideline after the reception was made past the markers for a first down.
Randy Stevens got the first down and then got out of bounds. Nice run.
Nice second down call. Coach Taper is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge him.
Hey, what about it?
Houston is challenging whether the pass was caught in bounds.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
When we check out the replay there, we should be able to see what the catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
After review, the pass has been ruled incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds. Houston will not be charged with that. Third down.
He likes the call, and he sort of has a feeling that he's moving all the way. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Kylie Long got himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
They simply defend the pass when he's been obliterated.
Bruin lines up for the punt. Bruin gets the ball and punts it away. The Texans stall early, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Bradford goes in motion.
pressure. You only want to push the football this year.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And Hamlin wanted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a flare yet.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive. He like that there.
Stanley finds it deep in his own territory to cover the line. Stanley gets the ball and punts it away. England catches it at the 40. Stopped at the 49.
Bobby Ingram did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Seahawks get great field position yet again. They'll start this one at the 49-yard line.
Blue, finish it! Blue, finish it!
His number 5 on the first down. Cheers up about 4 on the play.
All right, what do you got? Okay, all right.
Second and 6.
But that's not enough for him. He gets it and takes off for more.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dave, because he's kept throwing it his way.
First down, 10 yards to go. Hasselbeck unloads this to the right sideline and it's off. Incomplete.
With the deflection.
Here comes the counter! Here comes the
Second
counter!
and 10.
Gains about 3 yards.
Let's step it up, we got this,
Third and 6.
All 20 yards. Watch this play where he makes the catch and then knifes ahead for plenty more.
A nice run after the catch, and that's what they expect from him.
Heck, that's his job description. You won't see him running the post route, but you will see him make plays off those shorter catches.
First down with a split backfield. Goes right up the middle and picks up a couple.
Jamie Sharper with the tackle. Second and 7. Ball at the 8-yard line.
This one is incomplete.
Deflection. Third and 7. Ball at the 8-yard line.
Alexander goes in motion. It looks like we've had an injury down in the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Number 3 to attempt the extra point. Matt Hasselbeck, forward.
Now the point after, and it's close. Picks this one away.
Well, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Texans offense passes the score here. This drive will start at their own 25-yard